Hi, I'm Laura Saylor, and I run the trumpet shop for Schmitt Music here in Minneapolis. I'm here to talk to you a little bit about the trumpet and introduce you to what it is, how it sounds, and how it fits into some of the ensembles that you're going to be playing in school. The trumpet is the highest and smallest member of the brass family. So it's an instrument that's made entirely of metal, and it belongs to the same family as the French horn, the trombone, the euphonium, and the tuba. All of those instruments have similar parts. They all have a mouthpiece that's usually removable. So here's the mouthpiece. They have hollow metal tubing, and they have a bell, and the bell helps to project the sound out into the audience. And then most brass instruments, but not all, are also outfitted with valves, and the valves are part of what helps us change pitch on the instrument. As a brass instrument, this has a specific tone and sound quality that comes from the fact that it's made out of metal. And it can tend to have a fairly loud, aggressive, brassy sound, but it is also an instrument that works really well for playing really pretty lyrical melodies. And it also is an instrument that works really well to create really lush, rich harmonies. Brass sections like trumpets and low brass together actually can kind of sound like an organ. So there's a lot of really cool tonal characteristics to the trumpet. In terms of range, like I said, the trumpet is the highest member of the brass family. So we can play way up into the soprano range, like a soprano vocalist range, and even much higher than that. And then our lowest notes are going to be, if you know where middle C is on the piano, if you don't, it's totally fine, but we can play several notes below that. So getting down into like a typical tenor or baritone vocalist range. In terms of how the trumpet works in an ensemble, one of the ensembles that you'll be playing in probably when you start band is a concert band. So within the concert band, the trumpet plays a lot of melodic lines. We get a number of solos actually, but then we also sometimes play a supporting role because of the fact that the trumpet is kind of loud. Sometimes if the woodwinds are being featured, we might be sitting and playing some supporting parts or maybe resting for a minute before we come back in. Like I mentioned, the trumpet it's a major instrument in the concert band. Of course, we also play in the marching band. It's really important in marching band because our sound really projects. So it's great out on the field. People who are up in the bleachers can hear us really well. It's also used in military ensembles, like you've probably seen maybe a video or maybe live, a trumpet player playing taps or some other bugle calls. And that's kind of a cool aspect of the trumpet and its history, is that military history. We also are a really important member of a symphony orchestra. In your school, the trumpet might not play in the orchestra, it might just be strings. But then in like a professional symphony orchestra, like the Minnesota Orchestra, there's going to be a trumpet section. Trumpet is also heavily featured in jazz bands. There's an entire trumpet section in a jazz band. And then one of my favorite ways to play the trumpet is actually in the context of a pop or funk band. So any major pop performing artist you can think of, a lot of them have at least at some point included trumpet on one of their tracks. A really great example might be like Bruno Mars. He often has a horn section using trumpet, saxophone, and trombone. And that's really fun music to play. So yeah, the trumpet is a really varied instrument. And if you pick this instrument, basically you're gonna have a lot of really fun opportunities to play it. All right, we're now going to go actually on a bit of a field trip because I want to demonstrate some of the ways that the trumpet sounds for you. I'm going to play some low notes, some high notes, some scales. I'm actually going to use this mute, and I'll just play a few excerpts for you as well. So, all right, I will see you there. So I'll start with just showing you a bit of how the low range sounds on the trumpet. We'll go up into the high range, and then I'm gonna actually play something with the straight mute in so that you can hear how that sounds, because you'll be using that eventually in band and probably some in jazz band as well. And then I'll just play a couple contrasting little miniature solos so that you can kind of get a feel for the different expressive characteristics of the trumpet. The trumpet sounds great on like really slow lyrical music, and it's also really perfect for like fast, technical, kind of aggressive playing. So yeah, all right, I hope you enjoy it.